Hi, I'm James Matthews-Paul here at the HP stand on the second day of FESPA Digital 2011, and I'm here to talk print with Oscar Vidal.
Welcome to the HP booth.
Thank you very much. Oscar is the EMEA business manager for all of the Latex products.
That's right.
In the HP portfolio, and that's what we're here to talk about. Oscar, the two of the new things at this show for HP are the LX820 and the LX850, two new latex products. I wonder if you could just point out the key differences for us between the two.
Absolutely, it will be my pleasure. So we're now in front of the LX850, which is our top-of-the-range product. Basically, the 850 is replacing the LX800, but we're bringing in some new functionality. The 820 is a new price point performance, as we like to call it, which is basically sitting in between the LX600 and the LX850. The 820 sitting right there is a new, entry price performance, a lower 3-meter version. One of the key differences between the two platforms, to get back to your question, has to do with the media management. 850 is a much more sophisticated platform. It has roll-to-roll and roll-to-freefall and roll-to-collector, whereas 820, it only does roll-to-roll. So it's a more, simplified version. 820, 850 is fully featured, all different options are possible. That's one. The second one has to do with textile printing. We can print on very thin, unlined textile that comes without the liner, because this printer has an ink collector. Okay, so you can print on very thin textile, and then the ink goes through, and we collect the excess of ink. That's one of the extra benefits of the 850. And the last thing is, from a media management perspective, this product comes with the two rolls, so you can do two rolls simultaneously, whereas in the 820 that becomes an option. So the 850 fully featured for media handling, the 820 is more entry-level version, roll-to-roll.
And is there an upgrade path between the LX820 and the LX850?
From these two machines, there is no upgrade path. There is an upgrade path of the new inks. So one of the benefits that this new printers comes with is a new version of the latex inks, which improves water resistance on fabrics, which has a deeper black optical density, and also includes a double-side printing functionality, which is this possibility to do double-sided printing on banners. All these three things, the new inks and the fact you can do double-sided printing, is an upgrade path. You can go back to your LX600 and even the old design L65 500. So we do care about the install base. We have this upgrade path to upgrade customers from LX600, L65 with this new functionality. But among the two, there is no upgrade path.
And that's very important for print service providers to know that their initial investment they can also capitalize on. Now, one of the criticisms of the latex family that we receive quite often is about the heating unit. Mm-hmm. It consumes quite a lot of energy, and people say that maybe that detracts from the environmental message of latex. I wonder how you'd respond to that, and how HP has developed through that in this latest generation of the latex machines.
It's a very important point, and I like you make that question, because there is actually a lot of misconception about the overall consumption of power. So one of the things we've done is to really try to educate and to do a lot of different analyses and reports, which we can share with you, that shows that actually the actual power consumption is much less than what people initially thought. Because actually, yes, there is a peak to ramp up the heat, but while you're printing like we're doing now, the power consumption really goes to a very low minimum to cure the latex ink. So all the effort we've done is to actually try to come up and educate customers on the real power consumption, which again is much less what people read, because actually what you read into the data sheet is the maximum consumption, which determines your electrical setup. The true number of watts that we use by the hour, it is much less, because while you're printing, truly, you're using much less of an energy. Actually, it compares with any other UV curable or solvent technology. And again, there are many analyses and conducted different reports that definitely we'll be happy to share with you.
We'd be very interested in sharing that with our readers, of course. And moving on from that, I think that there's still a lot of solvent and eco-solvent products here at the show and on the market in general. And I wonder what you see are the key applications that latex is taking away from that market.
So we see two things on this solvent to latex transition, right?
Yeah.
One of the things of latex is, as I call it, is a supersede technology. So basically we can address the same applications that today a solvent user is doing, classical, printing on self-adhesive, printing on PVC banner. Latex does extremely well on those, and actually can enable customers to do new things, because latex is very well naturally designed for high quality odorless applications, things like wallpapers, things like interior decoration with textiles. We explore extremely nicely. Look at the quality you can get with this 1200 DPI print head, very nice detail, very nice colors.
And of course there's no odor coming off it.
Correct, and that's no other effect. So you can really tap into hospitals, kindergarten, many environments, restaurants, where odor was a concern for solvent. We can nicely get into those environments and again help print shops, sign makers to tap into these opportunities. So in the end, we're trying to replace existing PVC, solvent-based applications and tap into new venues.
And there's a certification element there as well, isn't there? Because I know that there have been a school certification in the US with latex, and I'm guessing that's going to open up new opportunities for printers as well, for interior decor products to be able to interact with the public.
Correct. We're working with major, manufacturers of media and also certification bodies to get these certifications when you go, into these environments which are very strict in terms of fire retardancy, in terms of, amount of volatiles being released. So that's exactly right, and that's exactly the work we're doing, to help with the regulatory bodies, again, our print shop owners, sign makers, to tap into this opportunity.
Okay. Now, my last question is about the latex portfolio itself. It's developed so quickly over the last 3 years. I mean, I remember FESPA a few years ago when the L25-500 was the first machine, wasn't it? Or was it the L65-500?
Right.
Yeah, you don't make the names easy for us. But the L65-500, then the L25-500, then the LX600, and the LX800 series, and now the 820 and the 850. So I wonder, what's the uptake been like of the latex family? And with your insight and your position, where do you think it's going to go next?
So again, we are very happy about the evolution of the portfolio,
sure.
and you can tell, no? Now in FESPA we have an entire hall of HP latex. We call this the latex zone. We have the L25-500 there, LX family, 600, 820, 850. So the family has grown up, and the portfolio now is full of choices for customers to pick from. So we are super happy. In terms of giving you a little bit of data points of success, we have more than 3,000 printers being installed in EMEA. So that's a rapid, very well adoption. From the L25-500 also we've been able to capture a very good percentage of the share of this market. So definitely very rapid adoption. What's next? I cannot give a lot of details, but stay tuned. The family is growing, new members will come, so stay tuned. We want to really help customers, give them more choices, and that's something which, again, you'll see some news coming up very soon.
I'm suspecting a 5 meter in the offing, but I know that Oscar can't confirm anything for me. So, Oscar, it's been great to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time.
It's been a pleasure to host you in the HP booth.
And thank you for talking print with output.